I finally got a set of these for the old Cummins, so I figure I'll get those put in today. Just finished building another valve body here. Looked like that when I started. And finished building another transmission here, and there's the deck that I just finished the other day. That's why I haven't really been making any videos, I've been kind of busy. But I was just giving my Cummins a little wash under the hood today before I put these head studs in. I'll show you something interesting I noticed here. Look at my turbo. Oh, come on. It's like, as I torque the engine, it's hitting the shock tower and it's wearing my turbo away here. It's almost wore right through, so just gonna have to get a new turbo, I guess. Pretty clean in here though now. So yeah, put these in today obviously, and I'm just gonna put them in one by one. Like pull a head bolt out, put the head stud in, just go around and do them all like that. Lots of people tell me you should do it the right way and pull your head off and do it, but there's no point. The head gasket has been perfect for 390,000 kilometers. It's not gonna have a bit of a cry for me going in there and throwing some head studs at it, so I'll show you. We'll throw them all in there and it'll be fine. And yeah, I mean, I've been running like 25 degrees of timing on this thing, stock turbo with the wastegate blocked off completely, like 45 pounds of boost all day, and my truck's not light. It's definitely got some weight back there, and I'm definitely got traction too, so there you go. I would run 25 degrees of timing on this thing on a stock Cummins with head bolts. 25 degrees of timing, 45 psi boost on the stock turbo, and I would not worry one bit. So yeah, I just got my valve cover pulled off there, and I gotta get our electrical plugs out of here. There's 3 on the early 03, 04, and then the newer ones, I only got 2. Get this wrench out of there, and then you gotta undo your wires and the injectors, and then the bolts are in here. This whole thing just kind of comes out of there. Come on! Oh no, we're hooked on my boost cage. Oh, the EGT probe too. Alright, there we go. Now we got this thing out of there. And you need to like grind this out, because there's a head stud that fits there. Fits here, and it'll hit that. It won't close if you don't grind that out, so I have to do that before I put it back together, but yeah. See, all taken apart, good to go. I have access to all our studs, or our bolts, and now I'm just gonna go through and swap them all one by one. I think there's like 27 of them or something. I don't know. So yeah, I got 2 done here. One, another one here. I'll just pull it out and put one straight back in, torque it straight up to spec, move on. Nothing crazy here. It's just a bolt. It's gonna take a while though. Well, I guess I forgot, you need to pull these rocker arms and stuff off. You can't get the head bolt out of there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pull these rocker arms and push rods and everything out of there now. There we go, we got all those rocker arms and little bridges out of there and stuff. I'm just gonna leave these push rods here. They don't need to come out, and these little things, they can stay there. So yeah, let's continue on, one after the other. It's pretty boring, but it's gonna make my Cummins really fast, so it's gonna be awesome. Well, I got most of them in there. It takes a while, it's a lot of work doing this. But yeah, I'm getting it done. I had to get that intake horn out of there too. It's kind of in my way. But yeah, halfway there. Keep it on here. Well, I had to get rid of that intake horn, and those push rods are kind of in my way too, so got those out of there. But we're getting there, as you can see. I only got like, I think, 4 or 5 more to go, and then I'm done. Go take it for a drive, see how it goes. Probably drive it for like a couple days and then come back in and hot retorque it. And then maybe drive it a couple more days and then maybe retorque it again. See if anything changes. And then we'll really go in and crank the timing up and see what we can do with this thing. Well, I got all those head studs in there and I'm just checking the clearance on my rear head stud there. See, I had to like hog it out a little bit, but yeah, fits good. Hopefully no leaks. Just gotta put it back together now. Well, I got this thing all done, ready to go. Just about to fire it up and take it for a little drive, see how it goes. I mean, I'm not gonna really do anything, just give it a couple heat cycles and then come back in and take it apart again, retorque it all, make sure nothing's changed, and then we can really go crazy. Oh yeah, I like totally forgot I was making a video here. Some people showed up and went for a drive in the truck and tested it out and didn't blow up. Nothing wrong with it. See, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Went and like beat the shit out of it up the hill and didn't blow up. No leaks. And so yeah. Go drive it for a couple more days here and then retorque the head studs and then we'll go from there. Well, it's been about a week since I put those head studs in there, and yeah, no issues, haven't had any leaks or anything weird going on. Haven't really been driving it too hard, but definitely open it up every now and again. So I figure better open it all up again today and retorque everything, and I'm really interested to see if any of them actually even need any more torque. So yeah, start tearing it down now and we'll see. Really need to figure out new turbo here ASAP though. Look at that thing. It's like I'm gonna have a boost leak any day, man. I'm gonna have to figure something out. Well, I just finished retorquing all the head studs in this thing, and yeah, about half of them tightened up a little more, so it's definitely worth it to come in here and retighten them all. So yeah, pretty happy with it now, so put it all back together and go take it for a rep. And then I'm gonna go back to working on my Duramax switch. Well, I'm all done, back together, ready to go, so might as well, come here, fire this thing up, make sure it's all good, and then I'll take it for a little drive and test it out. Oh, better close the hood first. Oh yeah, she's raring to go. Alright, Cummins, let's go. Try to squeeze my way out of my shop. As you can see, it's very tight. Alright, we didn't hit the wall. Nice. Well, I don't see any leaks or anything, and it's not knocking or banging or doing any weird stuff, so it must be good to go. So I'm gonna get my laptop and go for a drive, make sure it's all good, and then start cranking the timing into this thing. I'm not sure if I really explained like the reasoning behind Headstuds before, but it's just basically gives you a larger window of time where you can be injecting fuel, which results in more horsepower and power, obviously, because you can get more fuel in the cylinder. Whereas normally if you try to inject that same amount of fuel without head studs, you would be causing too high cylinder pressures and you'd you could lift your head too much and blow your head gasket, and that's no fun. Well, I'm not usually too big a fan of working on Fords, but my buddy dropped this transmission off here. Says he wants me to rebuild it, and I honestly don't even know what this is. Like, I don't even know what it's out of or how to take it apart or anything. So I figured I could make a somewhat interesting video if I take it apart from the perspective of somebody who has actually no idea what they're doing. Because when I take apart Cummins transmissions, I kind of know what's going on because I've done a few of them. So I've got a couple down here. But yeah, I don't even know what this thing is, so maybe it'll be interesting for you guys to see how I kind of figure out how I do this and learn how to do it. I'll show you what I do. I just take it apart, and if I find something I don't know what I'm doing, I just look at it on my computer and figure it out from there. I guess that's what it is. Still not sure what that is, but that's what it is. Well, I got rid of that transfer case and pulled the converter out of there. Now I'm just going to try and probably pick it up from the back here, my engine hoist, and just dump all the fluid out of it into a bucket. And I also just put a little drain here in my table, so when I'm working up here I don't have to keep dealing with fluid. It can just go in the bucket underneath, so that should help things a little bit. Well, I have to give it to Ford on this one. They put their own drain plug in the bottom of the pan from factory. None of the Cummins transmissions have that. I don't know why they don't just put that in there from factory on the Dodges, but they don't. Makes it a lot easier. I think I'm just going to start with taking these, looks like an input speed sensor and an output speed sensor, and it's going to get those out of the way so we don't break them. And then I think I'm going to take off this rear housing. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it, but that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull this rear part off first and just see what's going on in there. And then I'll probably come in here and maybe pull the, whoa! I don't know if that's supposed to come out of there, but that comes out of there. So yeah, I'll pull that out after and see what's going on in there. Well, I just took out all these bolts and it just came right out. They're all the same size except for the two on the bottom that were like those two. And then yeah, I just pulled it and it came off. And this thing fell out and stuff like that, but I noticed it just looks like this spring is supposed to sit kinda in there, holding that thing to, maybe it's the park rod or something, I don't know. But just gotta take note of that. This is all coming out. Yeah, looks like we pulled some sort of output shaft out of there, and oh, my drain is just about to come into use. That's pretty awesome. So now I'm gonna flip it over and probably start taking this pan off. I'm not sure what the deal is with these bolts. It's like missing a couple, and some are different sizes, and so yeah, I don't know. I just pulled that pan off and I'm just kind of checking out what's going on in here. I'm guessing this is like the filter. It's pretty weird looking. And then this thing on the back is definitely the park rod, because this is like the shifter thing here. And it's just engaging into this. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it doesn't look like any valves at all. It just looks like it's all controlled by solenoids on a computer. Interesting. I mean, it would make it fairly easy to test this. We could just go and test all the solenoids, make sure they're working, and then we'll know if everything's good to go. this filter here, I just kind of pulled on it and it just came out. And it looks like the whole valve body is like connected to this piece, or I guess you could call it a solenoid body. I don't know, man. It's just, there's no valves in there, it's just solenoids. But yeah, I think I'm just going to take out all these bolts now around here, and then hopefully this whole thing can just come off. We can get that out of our way, and then we might be able to see down in there a little better and see what's going on in there. I think I'm just going to take all these 8mm out first and see if anything moves before I take all the 10mm out. And so far they've all been the same size around the outside, like up here and stuff. And then these 3 in the middle are a little shorter compared to the other ones. Just here, here, and here. And then these ones down here look even shorter. And it seems like it's kind of moving a bit, so I'm going to take those out and see if I can pull it out. And I'll have to undo this too, because it looks like the wire is connected to the rest of these. Well, I lucked out on that one. I was going to take out all the 10mm first and see if it moved, but yeah, I only took out the 8mm and it came right off, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I broke anything. It came off fairly easy, just hung up a little bit on this, but that's expected. It had a bunch of dirt on it. Yeah, not much going on in here, it's just a bunch of solenoids. So, just keep draining that and try to get the rest of this fluid out of here. It doesn't really look like there's anything else in here. So, yeah, I think I can come over here and start pulling stuff out of here now. Let's get this thing out of here now. Hopefully I don't break anything. There we go. Input shaft. Or something, probably. Yeah, I got all these pump bolts out, and then yeah, now I just gotta try and figure out how to get that thing off of there. Well, I got that thing loose now. It's out of there. I just put the screwdriver in here and just kind of wedged it on that gear in there, and it just popped out. So now I should be able to pull this out of here. Maybe I'll use 2 hands. I got that oil pump assembly out of there and was able to salvage the gasket too. So that's handy. And it looks like we got some set of clutches and steels here we'll be able to pull out next. So I'll get this oil pump out of my way, and then I'll probably tear it down and check out what's going on in here and make sure everything's good at the end, but I just want to tear through it and see if there's anything major in here that needs to be replaced first. Just checking out those first set of clutches I pulled out, and they all look pretty good. Definitely could put those ones back in there. I mean, I don't even know what they do, but look good to me, so I think there's some more clutches in here too I was just looking at. So maybe I'll pull those ones out now and see what's going on in there. These are just like just like that. Well, I just pulled all of these off and they'll look fairly good to go. Not worn too bad. That one looks like the steel's worn a bit, but all the clutches look good. Another interesting thing I noticed is, where did it go? These are like in there like that. It's got like this free spinning thing in here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and they're all just held in by that snap ring there. And looks like down here there's the piston to apply those clutches, and there's like a snap ring here. So I'd probably have to use my tool I got one right there. And then I can just like press this down and take the snap ring off, and I can take it out. But I think I'm gonna like test the piston with air first, because if it doesn't leak, there's no point in pulling it all apart and trying to fix it. There's no point in trying to fix something that's not broken, so I think I'll be able to test that. So I'll put that to the side for now and then keep going. Well, I can see this next thing here, a little bearing in there, so I don't want to lose that. I'm not sure how this thing comes out of here. Here we go. It's moving. Oh my god, it's heavy. Alright, yeah, there's a bearing in there, so can't forget about that. Oh, there's another bearing here too, on the back. Doesn't sound very good. Okay, there's another bearing in here too. Alright. I wonder what that awful noise was. Oh, maybe it's supposed to do that. I don't know. Not too sure. I had to dig a little deeper. There's nothing wrong with it. It was my bad. The damn bearing in here was kind of like, I can't move it now, but it was kind of off to the side and touching on those planetaries. So it should work good now, hopefully. Let's just give it a quick test. Oh yeah. Alright, that's how it's supposed to be. That was my bad. Okay, I guess we can keep going then. Alright, well I had to take two snap rings out. There's this normal one, and then this one with some weird cuts out of it, I guess. First one was here, and then the second one was way in here, holding this thing in. I think we might be able to get this thing out now, I don't know. I'm not sure. Might have to bang on it with a hammer or something. Well, I got that next piece out of there. It just, I had to take out these. They were right here and right here, threading into these. So once I undid those, I could put a screwdriver down in here and just like wedge it, and it just popped right out. And as you can see, there's some clutches here. Let's have a look. Yeah, they look okay. Doesn't look like there's any issues there. There's some seals and stuff here, and yeah, I guess we'll keep going. Next piece just came right out. Got some clutches in there, so I figure let's check them out. See what they look like. Hello. Look good to me. Sweet, yeah, look good to me. Another apply piston in there, looks like, maybe. I'm gonna see if I can just like put everything together on the bench outside of the transmission and then apply air to, I don't know, maybe here or somewhere. Find out wherever I can apply air and apply these pistons, and then I should be able to test a lot of them without actually pulling them apart. Alright, I just pulled this thing out. Not sure what's inside it, but we're gonna find out in about 2 seconds. Oh no. How are you supposed to get this out of here? Oh. Okay, we're good. There's a rubber bushing thing on there. Some clutches in there. Okay. What else we got? Oh, a bearing. Got a bearing. Another bearing. Planetaries. I'll lose these bearings. Okay, stay. That's rubber. I mean, I don't know, whatever that thing is. Plastic bushing thing. Another bearing. That's it. And then these clutches in here. Let's see what's going on in there. Oh no, where's my screwdriver gone? Let's just dump them out. Much easier. These ones don't look too bad either. Cool. So let's go in there. Or here, we'll just leave it here for now. There's all that stuff. So we'll just put that to the side for now, and then. Oh wow! Look, there's another. Is it a? I think there's another set of clutches in there. Can't. Is there a hole? Okay, there's a hole. Yeah, I don't know. There's something else going on in there, so I'll have to keep going, I guess. Well, I just pulled this snap ring out of there, and then allows me to pull this thing out of there. And looks like we got some more clutches here. Maybe we can just take it all out in one go. Alright, cool. Yeah, they don't look too bad either. Well, that one's a little darker. No, they look pretty good. Alright, cool. So, yeah, nothing else going on here. Bushing thing there. And oh, it looks like there's a... I can't even reach in there. This thing is huge. There's a bearing there. I'm gonna lose that. And oh, this thing comes out too, I guess. Alright, that thing comes out of there too. What else in here? I don't know. Whatever this is, I think it comes out too, but I don't know. I'll have to get this stuff out of my way first. Well, this thing at the very back, I think, is like an apply piston, because I can feel some springs around here, and there's a snap ring holding it in, so I'll just leave it there for now. I might be able to test it from right here somewhere. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to test it from that port, make sure it's working, but if not, then I'll just have to pull it out and make sure it's okay. But yeah, that's it really. I mean, we have this arm here that can kind of stay in there. It doesn't really need to come out. This stuff can kind of stay there. It doesn't really need to come out in any way for any reason. Get some seals in here. Just check those, make sure they're okay. But yeah, that's about it. There's nothing else really in there. Got everything over here kind of just put together. So I got it in order and I remember how to put it back together. So now I think I'm just gonna get this thing out of the way and cleaned up and start going through these all a little better and trying to test all the apply pistons and make sure everything's working how it should and there's no leaks. And then I can go and tear this guy down. I don't really think there's much to really do in here. I think you just take it apart and make sure there's no dirt in there and should be good to go. Well, I got this thing all put back together. I didn't get a chance to take any videos though, because I was like talking on the phone the whole time and people kept stopping by for tuning and stuff, which I mean is awesome. I can't complain about that, but I just couldn't make a video about this transmission. But I didn't find anything wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. The fluid was clean, all the clutches were good, so I think the guy just wanted me to check it over anyways. So yeah, there you go. I ripped it apart and put it back together. I mean, putting it back together is exactly the same as pulling it apart, I guess, kinda. That's just a bunch of stuff I checked before I put it back together. But yeah, whatever. I'll find another one to build one day, I'm sure.